Hey guys, this is SolidWorks Crew. Today we're gonna have a look at what's configuration. We're gonna discuss actually what is really configuration and when this configuration is used and why it is used and how we can actually use this configuration. Alright, so let's jump into it. Alright, let's have a look at this part first. So I already created one sheet metal from the previous video, and then this is just one very simple just base flange with two just extra flanges. Yeah, so for this one, what is really configuration? So if you're going a little bit top of the feature tree, and then there is a the feature tree design tree, and then there's a configuration manager, which is the the third one from the left. If you click it, and then it's gonna be turning into different kind of like tab menu, and then you will be right away see actually there's a 001, or just by default it's gonna say default configuration. This is exactly what configuration it is, and this is automatically sheet metal, which is a part name, and it shows configurations 001. So yeah, I can simply explain what the configuration is. Configuration is just very helpful tool for not a lot of actual variants, but just like some of the kind of lengths or some of the kind of holes, so like all those could be actually just like different for each configuration. So you don't necessarily create another part, but if the part size or just something is just kind of varying, but the structure of these features is pretty much the same, then actually you can just like use so many different configurations and just make the drawing in one drawing file. So that could be saving ton of time. So you can actually just like extracting the part number, which is a sheet metal dash 001, that's gonna be the first part number, and next one is gonna be sheet metal dash 002. So yeah, so this is explaining actually what's configuration and then when to use it. So the point of actually you're using the configuration is, for example, you're gonna have this part, but the other part that you want to have 6-inch wide for both directions. So then you can simply, how to create is just if you just like go anywhere around here except just right click, not right click over here, but just anywhere around this empty space, right click it, and then there will be an option which is add configuration. Okay, I just want you to click it, and then after the 001 config is 002. Okay, and then I'm just gonna click enter, and then as you can see actually on top of the 001 there's a 002 has been created. So what that means is you can make some changes. So if you just like click the bottom face, and then that's gonna automatically just like calling out the sketch relate to that bottom flange. So I'm just gonna change to 10-inch. Okay, and I'm just gonna actually just do the Control Q to just rebuild it, first rebuild it, and as you can see actually it has been way much wider, right? But let's just go back to the 001 then. Okay, so if you come back to the 001, the thing that you notice is this is just still changed to 10-inch. Even though actually I only changed to the 002, 001 also has been changed. What happened? Alright, so let's just come back, and I'm just gonna delete it. The reason behind it is I'm just gonna bring it back to just 5-inch, and then I will just like go through a little bit more detail. Okay, so I'm gonna create 002, and then we're still currently on 002, and I'm just gonna click this bottom face to just change this one. I'm just gonna double click it, and I'm just gonna type 10. But if you just like press click, what's gonna be happening is it's gonna be changing altogether. The reason I knew is if you go a little bit right, there's a configuration kind of mark set, and this means this is just applying for all configurations, as you can see on the bottom on my actual mouse cursor. But if you click the kind of the down arrow right beside this mark, there's 3 options. The first one is this config, and the next one is all configuration, and then the last one is specified configuration. So if you click this configuration and then click OK, what's going to happen after rebuilding is just it's going to make wider definitely for this configuration. But if you go back to the 001, this is still 005. I mean the 5-inch wide. So this is actually what we're looking for, because we want to actually just keep the the width and then length of this bottom flange is just 5-inch, but 002 is just 10-inch. That's just what exactly we want. Okay, so I'm just gonna create one more time for 003, and then for this time I'm just gonna actually just like type 7.5, and then I'm just gonna actually just like do this configuration as well. But I also want to make 002 7.5-inch altogether. So 002 and 003 is going to be 7.5 each wide and also length. Okay, so the way you can change all in once is instead of actually just going to the this config or our config, there's a specified configuration. If you click it, there will be an option just popping up, and then you can just click choose 2 but not click any of it. Okay, and then I'm just gonna click OK, and then I'm just gonna OK, and then just press Ctrl Q, and then that's gonna first rebuild all the things. Okay, and then if you come back to the choose 2, and if you just click the the base flange, and then that's going to show 7.5, but if you come back to the Juju 1, and it's going to show 5-inch, and also the last Juju 3 is basically also shows 7.5. So I explained actually 3 different kind of configuration options you can select from when it comes to actually just selecting the sketch, and also this is just playing a significant role for your configuration. So this is the perfect time that you can just utilize when there's a very similar structure but only length difference, or sometimes actually there's only one hole for Juju 1, then it's pretty much same. Actually for Juju 1 you only have to have a hole, but all the other actually config shouldn't have the hole. Then actually you can just simply go to the bottom flange, sketch, and then I'm gonna actually just create a hole which is just 1-inch hole, and then I'm just gonna actually just extrude, and then just up to next, right click it to change the option, and then press OK, and then that's gonna make a hole. But if you wanna only activate this feature to be only available for Juju 1, then if you right click that feature that you want to actually just apply for this one, and then there's a configure feature. Okay, and then if you go there, and then as you can see there's a Juju 1 and the Juju 1 should matter part should be definitely come together, but the Juju 2 and Juju 3 is not activated just because actually those two are suppressed. Okay, so I don't even have to just change anything. So if you go to the actually Juju 2, as you can see there will be no center hole, as you can see that, right? And even Juju 3 is also not having any hole. So yeah, this is the way you can use this kind of configuration just based on your need, but this is just a perfect kind of case scenario that we can actually utilize some of the holes only need for the Juju 1, and then you only gonna actually just activate those features only for the Juju 1, and Juju 2 and Juju 3 you can just suppress those features like this. Okay, so today's video is pretty much everything, and then we cover when and what and how. So for the next video we're gonna actually go through some more equation, because I really don't want you to just stick to some kind of manual kind of design process. I also want you to get familiar with the equation utilization, which is going to be really kind of smart modeling system. So we're going to actually just combine this, the equation system and also the configuration, and they work together. So that's going to be really coming into a really valuable skill for your future career. So all right, so hopefully actually this video helps you a lot, and then if this video was helpful, please kudos and then give me subscribe this channel so we can actually just go for a better kind of tutorial video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next one. Bye.